Hi, I'm Hannah.
I'm Nikki.
And we are the Delaware Peer Mentor team. So we have pretty much done everything together this semester, so we decided to just go ahead and combine our little speeches into one. So, Nikki, what did you like most about the job?
I liked the new people that I met the most because I met so many amazing characters, whether it was staff, faculty member, or peers that I hadn't met before. They've all been really encouraging and supportive, and it's been amazing.
I completely agree with you. I think though some of my favorites have been the trainings that we did. We learned a lot that is going to prepare me for going forward in future jobs.
Okay, so what was something that you learned as a peer mentor?
Oh dear, I think the thing that I would probably learn the most is my weaknesses and my strengths. I learned that I'm not as patient as I thought that I was. And so we would have students that would come back over and over many times with the same problems. And as Jeff Anker says, you have to figure out new ways to share old information. And that was very difficult and unexpected.
Yeah, it's been the same for me. I really learned my weaknesses, especially through working with you, because you were strong in areas that I once thought I was strong, but compared to you, I was like, oh, I am weak. But it's been a wild ride, but you have played to my weaknesses in the ways that I've played to yours, so I think you make a great team in that way.
I agree. All right, how would you like the position to evolve for the next group of peer mentors?
I would really like to see more involvement of the peer mentors in campus activities and in campus planning for programs and events. I think the peer mentors could be really helpful in initiating some new innovative techniques and ideas that we've created as our time here. And I'd also like to see more push for social media. I'd like to see not only the Delaware campus appear more on social media, especially the Columbus State Snapchat, but I'd like to see the peer mentors especially make more of an appearance on all the platforms.
And this is something that we talked about a lot, is the social media push. How many students that are on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter have no idea that the Delaware campus has those individual sites for themselves. So at the beginning of next year, whether it be in the Coles class or ideas like that, that we're pushing students to click like, to click follow, and be aware of what's going on. I think my number one thing that I would like to see evolve next year is this past year, we were not hired yet at the beginning of the year, and so we weren't able to be making immediate connections with new freshmen. And so that's going to be different for this coming year. The peer mentors are going to be hired over the summer, and so they will be able to, those first few weeks of school, improve our first generation college student retention rates by making connections and having their face and office hours known to people right away. So I'm really excited about that.
Okay, so tell me how this job specifically has helped you in your career goals.
I think it's helped me, because I'd like to work in the international nonprofit sector, it's helped me have a better understanding of what that's going to look like on a management side, and if I want to get involved in that, or more of a PR side, because we've done so many different things and trainings that Natalie's organized for us, and hearing from some of the greatest nonprofit organizers in Columbus, as well as in the country. So I think that's probably number one.
And pretty much the same for me. I still want to get into public relations in a nonprofit organization as well, but this job more specifically has helped me with my marketing abilities, because we've used a lot of graphic design throughout our time here in order to market the events that we've created, or market our skills and what we can offer as peer mentors. So the amount of graphic design work that we've done has been incredibly helpful.
And super fun.
Yes,
super
most
fun.
Definitely.
All right. Were there any unexpected challenges involved with being a peer mentor?
Yes, there were. It was drawing boundaries with students, because as students ourselves, our first instinct when a student comes to us is to be their friend, because they're our peer, and the more the merrier. But with the peers we work with, we can't be their friend, because we have to remain confidentiality, and there are certain things that can or cannot be said, and may or may not have to be reported. So that's been a really, really difficult challenge, is where do I draw the line between friendship and professionalism?
I completely agree with you. We had a lot of meetings on that.
Yeah.
And where to draw that line. I think something that I didn't expect was how slow it would be getting started those first couple of weeks. Starting a program from the ground up. Props to Natalie completely for what she did and her ideas for raising awareness and having to go into classes and say, come see us, because they just didn't know we existed.
Even to this day, we're still saying, come see us.
And they have no idea who we are.
Yeah.
So that's probably been a big, should have been an expected challenge, but was still unexpected for me.
Yes.
Great.
Okay. So how has your view of your campus and your community changed throughout this job?
My view of the Delaware campus, I already loved it before I started the job.
Yes.
And so it's only increased my love for the people here, and for the staff is fantastic. And getting to work alongside them has been one of the greatest blessings of my life. So I think I respect them so much more and what they sacrifice to be able to pour into their students. So yeah, I love this Columbus State community.
So for my community, I've lived in Delaware my whole life, and as somebody who has lived in Delaware their whole life, I assumed I knew everything about my community. But when I got into this job, I figured out I knew next to nothing about my community, which was a huge shock. But this job has given me time to explore what my community can do for me and what I can do for it. And my campus, my view of the campus really hasn't changed at all, because I loved it the very first semester I was here, and I love it even more my very last semester here. But I'm now realizing how much passion the staff and faculty have for the students that go here, whether they're young students, old students, students in trouble, or students making trouble. You know, the staff has such a huge heart for them and only wants to see the best for them. So that's been a really incredible thing to watch, is how much staff and faculty really does care, and from the bottom of their heart they do care.
I think it's a good example for us,
Oh,
like
it
going
is.
forward, being able to walk with them and learn. So, last question. What are your future plans?
My future plans after this semester, spring of 2017, I am taking classes in the summer here at Columbus State because I refuse to leave. I love it too much. But after the summer, I will transfer to Ohio Wesleyan University, and I will receive my bachelor's in pre-public administration and business, and then I'm transferring to Kent State to receive my master's in public administration.
And I'll be here in the fall finishing up my Associate of Arts, and then I want to take a semester off and do a little bit of actual hands-on international nonprofit work through an organization, and then I'll jump right into finishing my bachelor's in international nonprofit work. So, yeah, thank you for your time.